up, a cinemashogun here, and remember how about a week or two ago I told you all that Britney Spears was going to start doing random things for attention again? Well, we know that allegedly she just got banned from the Four Seasons by her house for acting strange, acting annoying, acting weird, and going topless to the pool. And now, last night, Britney Spears took to Instagram to apologize. She went on Instagram and basically apologized to Justin Timberlake for lying about him in her book. Now, for those of you all who might not know, Justin Timberlake is like making a comeback right now. He just released a couple of new songs. He's got a new album coming out. That one song, Selfish, I think it's pretty good, but Britney Spears fans, they've been going crazy because they hate the fact that Britney Spears' peers are still out here performing, doing their thing. Meanwhile, their idol has been reduced to a spinning top inside of her living room for the last who knows how long. So Britney Spears fans have been bashing Justin as he makes this comeback. They all went online and started streaming the Britney Spears Selfish song, trying to strike out at Justin. And they've just been out here online spewing nothing but hatred and vitriol towards Justin for basically no reason. We know that Britney Spears has one of the most toxic, mentally ill fan bases of all. I've met some Britney Spears fans who are kind of cool. I've had a lot of them reach out to me that are good people, but like the radical, the Yas Queens, that's what we call them. These people are completely delusional and they attack children. They attack any and everybody in the name of Britney Spears. But the funny part is, as Britney's fan base was attacking Justin, doing all of this shady, toxic stuff, Britney was literally jamming Justin's new song. So as Britney's fan base is out here attacking Justin Timberlake as if they're doing Britney a favor, Britney is spinning around in her living room listening to his new song. And here's what she had to say on Instagram. I want to apologize for some of the things I wrote about in my book. If I offended any of the people I genuinely care about, I am deeply sorry. I also wanted to say that I am in love with Justin Timberlake's new song, Selfish. It is so good. And how come every time I see Justin and Jimmy together, I laugh so hard? So the situation is this. Britney's at home, twirling around in circles. She sees her old love interest. He's on the Jimmy Fallon show. He's on this talk show. He's got this new music video. You turn on the radio and it's the new Justin Timberlake single. So now Britney, she's all hot and bothered. Oh, sorry for everything I said about you. Sorry for throwing you under the bus a couple of months ago in my book. Now I'm all about Justin again. So as her fan base is attacking Justin, Britney's over here going into heat. Oh, Justin's famous again? Oh, Justin's making a comeback? And now she's like, I don't know what to call it, but all of a sudden she just feels so terrible. Now, for those of you all who might not know, in Britney's book, she lied on Justin and said a few things to make Justin look corny. Like he would say for shiz when he was around black artists. He would try to act all hip-hoppy and stuff like that. But all of the artists who worked with Justin, they came out and said that's a lie. So Britney tried to embarrass Justin Timberlake in her book, and it didn't work. Because the stories that she told, you know, there were other artists involved who all came out and were like, none of this happened. And then, of course, her and her fan base, they tried to make it seem as if Justin forced Britney to get rid of her baby. As if Justin forced Britney to get an abortion. But we know that's not true. They both had a mutual agreement. And what's weird to me is like the same type of women who are out here protesting for abortion rights, covering themselves in period blood, performing fake abortions outside of courthouses. They're all pretending like, oh, Britney's so traumatized from her abortion. That's why Britney's so crazy now. That's why Britney's so messed up now. And my question is, which side are you on? Either getting rid of your unborn child is not a big deal, or it is a big deal. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't write it off as if it's nothing, and then at the same time blame people's trauma on that. I understand it's a traumatic thing. I understand that people may have, problems that they deal with in their life because of past decisions that they made. But you have the same people who just can't stay consistent. When it comes to Britney, oh, it's traumatic. It's so traumatic. But when it comes to other women, oh, it's nothing. Go get as many of them as you want. So I'm not on this side of the debate or that side of the debate. I respect consistency. Someone who's consistent with their values. But Britney Spears' fan base, they're not consistent on anything. They sway like the wind, just like Britney. So now, here she is. Now here Britney is, after no one's talking about her book anymore. And let's be honest, it was a big scam. Britney scammed the world. She got a lot of people, she talked a lot of people into buying this book because we thought that all of these crazy things were done to Britney behind the scenes. And it turns out none of that was true. There was nothing in the book but a bunch of hogwash. Half of it is her bitter about Justin Timberlake. But now that Justin Timberlake's out there doing his 1-2 step out in the open again, now all of a sudden here comes Britney lusting after him. And it's funny because her fans went from just dragging Justin Timberlake to now they're kind of mad at Britney. Because Britney, what are you doing? Why are you apologizing to Justin? And it's funny because Britney makes her fan base, her Yas Queen fans, look so stupid all the time. But now they're trying to save face. Like, oh yeah, this is just Britney being mature. Britney is a really mature person. She's way more mature than Justin. And I'm sitting here like, is Britney really mature? 2 days ago, she was rolling around the floor, humping the ground, about 2 seconds away from having sex with her dog. I don't think Britney's that mature. I think Britney sees the attention that Justin is getting, and she tried to figure out, how can I insert myself into the situation? How can I get some attention off of the attention that Justin's getting? Because Britney's fan base, and maybe even Britney herself, they wanted to taint and tarnish Justin's comeback. They wanted to make him look as bad as he could right before he released all of this new music, but it's not working. I was just at Goodwill earlier today, and they were playing the new Justin Timberlake song. When's the last time you heard them play the new Britney Spears song? What, the one with Elton John? That was crap. But anyways, another funny thing that's going on, someone online, they shared this photo of like the Mickey Mouse Club. You got Britney, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and Ryan Gosling, I think is the third one, or the fourth one, if I'm not mistaken. The guy who played Ken. Well, anyway, someone shared a photo, an old photo of them in the Mickey Mouse Club, and then beneath it, it was a current photo of everyone. Well, Britney Spears' fan base, they went off. They went crazy. They say that everyone is trying to make Britney look bad. Now look at this photo. The funny thing is, the person who made this photo, they used the most recent magazine cover from every one of these individuals. So the picture of Britney Spears, obviously, it doesn't look as good as the other three photos, but that's the most current magazine photo of Britney. So Britney's fans are accusing everyone of trying to make Britney look bad, but all these people are doing are using current photos of Britney. And herein lays one of the problems. Here's one of the problems with the Yas Queen Britney fan base. I don't know if these people are special ed. I don't know if they're mentally ill. I don't know what's wrong with them. But for some reason, they think that Britney still looks how she looked when she was 19. I experience this every time I make a video. I'll show current photos of Britney Spears and people will get mad at me. Like I'm doing something wrong, like I'm trying to drag her or make her look bad. But all I'm doing is showing her current photos. Now, when you go see her fan base, they all use photos of her when she's like 18 or 19. And in their mind, they still have that visual image. So when they see how she actually looks today, it's shocking to them. And in many ways, they insult their own idol because they accuse you of making Britney look bad. They accuse you of purposely choosing bad photos. They'll accuse you of doctoring her photos when all you're doing is showing what she actually looks like today. And even when you see Britney on Instagram and stuff, that's after hella Facetune and hella filters. How Britney looks on Instagram and how she looks if you see her in person, it's a whole different story. But yeah, I don't know what it is. And I don't see this with, many other artists. But when it comes to Britney, like most of her fan base, they have this image in their head and they all feel like she's still like a kid or something. And listen, I know she still acts like one. She acts like a 6-year-old. You know what I mean? So I guess I kind of understand why they view things that way, but it's kind of creepy. Because Britney is 40-something years old, and then when I always get these type of comments. Oh, I bet you were okay with Britney sexualizing herself when she was a teenager, you pervert. But you have a problem with her posting nudes now. Oh, I bet you just loved it when Britney was sexualized when she was younger, you creep. So now that she's claiming her own body, you have a problem with it. You didn't have a problem with it back then. I get these comments and I sit here like, lady, Britney Spears is like 10 years older than me. There was never a point in my life, there will never be a point in my life where I'm a creepy old man creeping on teenage photos of Britney Spears. I've always been younger than Britney Spears. I always will be younger than Britney Spears. That's how age works. I guess Britney Spears fans kind of forgot about how age works. I never sexualized Britney as a teenager because when she was a teenager, I was like 7 or 5 or 6 years old. If anything, if anyone was sexualizing anyone, it was Britney Spears sexualizing my generation. Because back then, when Britney Spears was at the height of her popularity, it wasn't necessarily her peers buying all of her music. It wasn't necessarily people in her age group. It was people in my age group. Britney Spears and her music, her whole image, everything she did back then, it mainly appealed to people who were 5 or 6 years younger than her. People that were Britney's age were already listening to more edgy stuff. So in that sexualized era of Britney when she was young, she's not the victim, I am. I was the one exposed to her dressed up like a naughty schoolgirl when I was 6 years old. So I hate when I see these comments because it's like people lose sight or grasp of reality. Maybe y'all are like 60-year-old Britney Spears fans. I'm not, okay? She's older than me, people. But yeah, as far as this situation goes with Justin, this shows you how entitled Britney is. Oh, I can literally throw trash on your name, throw dirt on you, and do all of this for clout. And then a few weeks later, I'm going to apologize like it never happened. And everyone should just forget about it and forgive me. Never mind the fact that I literally lied about you and put it in print and tried to throw dirt on your name so I could reduce you down to what I've become. That's what Britney did. She wanted to drag Justin down to her level, but it didn't work. So now she's out here lusting after Justin again. Oh man, Justin, I love that new song. I know that a couple of months ago I put out a shitty book where I lied about you, but I love your new song, and please forgive me for everything I wrote about you in record time. And that's how quick life comes at you. It just all comes full circle so quickly. And here we are. Everyone's already forgotten about Britney's book. It was a scam to begin with. and now everyone's listening to Justin's new song. Britney has apologized for all the BS that she wrote, that she really didn't write herself anyway, and now she thinks that all of it just goes away. After you tried to make this man look like a monster and you weaponized your fan base of mentally ill creepos to try to make Justin look bad, now you're sorry. Now you're sorry as you see him dance and sing on Saturday Night Live. But people will still take up for her, like she's the right one in this situation. But I could rant about this all day. For now, I want to know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're feeling generous, you can donate to the channel via Cash App. I'll have my Cash App in the pinned comment. You could also donate via Super Thanks or for free. You could help the channel by liking, subscribing, sharing, and all of that good stuff. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.